What's up, everybody? It's the DFS Whisperers coming live with a video for today's NBA slate.
What's up, family?
Hope everybody had a good Monday slate. It was it's like Sunday turned into a regular Monday, and then Monday turned into Sunday today.
It was just totally topsy-turvy today.
It's crazy,
I don't know
man.
what happened, but hey, it's a new day going into the Tuesday evening slate. So let's get ready for it. We're going to go ahead and get into this. What's the homework?
All right, y'all, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell icon so that you can get all our content as soon as it drops. Also, if you like this tool we're using right here, it's called Draft Dashboard. One of the best DFS tools out here. They have a bunch of good features that help you do research and help you build these fire lineups. And right now they're running a trial deal where you get the first month for $1. You're getting basically a sleepers and studs. You're getting player trends. You're getting a whole lineup optimizer, and you got an NBA cheat sheet. Where if you can't do research, don't know how to do research, don't have time for research, or simply just don't want to do research, the cheat sheet does it for you.
Absolutely. Who don't want to cheat to get some money?
Exactly. And if you use our link to sign up, once you get everything set up, when you go to your watch players, you can see this tab on the top right-hand corner called Watch DFS Whisperers Picks. And, you get to see all our picks for the day, and you can optimize the lineup based off of our player pool.
Yep, especially the ones that's going to get hurt later.
Yeah. Shout out Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon Ingram really threw us all for a loop today.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
It is what it is. It comes with DFS. Injuries happens. Unexpected news happens. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, by the way, I'm sorry you had to find out some bad news yesterday about your
what
about your so-called girl, Gabrielle Union, who's married to D Wade.
All right, just
shout out to DFS Bachelor for letting this man know what he was getting himself into.
All I gotta say is Gabby's a booty licker and DFS Bachelor is a window licker. Let's get into today's game.
Don't be mad at him just because he told the truth.
No.
Yeah,
let's get into today's slate. It's a 6-game slate?
6 games.
Got a lot of interesting games tomorrow. And, we picked out our top 6 players that we like. We kind of left out some of the other obvious plays because, we're trying to give y'all the best plays that might go overlooked. Because I know in the comment section you'll have the likes. We all know Luka Doncic is a big against Brooklyn, but he ended up sucking today.
Absolutely, so and it didn't help that the game turned into a blowout.
Exactly. And, we just try to give y'all, of course, when LeBron's on the slate, he's always a play. Mm-hmm. But, we're trying to give y'all the plays that, could easily go overlooked or is just too good to pass up.
The people like the Buddy Hills who actually did better than LeBron James. Everybody tend to gravitate toward the big names, but sometimes you got to realize the value plays that people with the lesser names that have the potential to go off.
Well, that's one thing I like, a balanced attack in GPPs always, especially when the slate is kind of big. Because the big names are good, but, if you got a bunch of mid-range guys like Kelly Oubre going off, I'll take 5 Kelly Oubres than 1 Braun.
Kelly Oubre, and that's somebody I'm about to just start implementing in every single.
And when I say 5 Kelly Oubres than 1 Braun, I'm talking strictly DFS.
Yes.
I'm talking strictly DFS lingo. Not as in real life basketball player. Because I know somebody probably in the comments may go crazy about that.
What you talking about 5 Kelly Oubres? No, fool. No, DFS.
Exactly.
DFS.
So let's go ahead and get into it, AJ. Who you got first here?
Right. For the first pick, I'm going to have to go with Wesley Matthews.
Wow. He's the first pick?
Yes, the first pick. And I'm going straight to value. I mean, he's a new pacer. Man's only 4,100. I'm not sure why he's that cheap.
Because he's Wesley Matthews. He sucks.
But at the same time, man, he's been pretty consistent ever since he joined.
Yeah.
For a guy around the 3,500 to 45 price range, you don't always expect too much. But
he's been getting there.
I'm thinking, 25 DK points has been his average. I mean, look at his last 5, 27, 21, 28, 24, and 24. So
look at his history against Chicago.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what the 0 was about the last
Probably
game.
is a game he sat.
But let's see, he had 34, 16, 38, and 20. And I mean, for 4,100, I mean, not a lot you can ask for from a guy who generally brings it on a pretty consistent basis. And from what I understand, Chicago's not that good at guarding.
And look at his minutes is what I really like. He had played 31, 34, and 37 minutes respectively.
That is one thing that stood out to me.
Yep, and he's averaging about 30 minutes a game since he joined Indiana. So at 4,100 and you got somebody playing 30 minutes plus a game, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, cash and GPP.
He's not even around 30 minutes. It's like over. It's like closer to 35 minutes a game. So, he's getting the time, and then in a game like tomorrow, I could easily see 25 to 30. And he has a dash ranking of 90. So he has some high expectations going into tomorrow.
Yes, sir. For the next pick, I'm going to get my guy Bojan Bogdanovic. Now, Bojan is a player that I used to be scared shitless to play. Like, I used to be scared to death to play Bojan Bogdanovic. But nowadays, man, he's been good to me. He gave me a 36 that last game. He gave me a 53 the game before.
That was a nice night.
Yeah. That was a really good night. And, he had a 28, a 33, and a 31. Safe to say, with Oladipo off the court, he handles the ball a lot. And Indiana's not burning me tomorrow. One thing I can tell y'all on every single slate, watch out for Indiana.
Slate busting Indiana.
That's our nickname for them because they always, when they get overlooked, they always tend to come out and bust the slate easily.
I'm so proud of you. You didn't say slut busting. You usually, he kind of trips up a lot and say slut busting. It's slate busting Indiana.
God. I don't know what's on your mind tonight, but all right, man. But yeah, I really like Bogdanovic. His dash ranking is not that nice. It's not a bad matchup, but it's not a great matchup either because they're kind of ranking Chicago as third against small forwards, but 22nd overall in a defense. He has basically just a little south of 1 fantasy point per minute a game. And we all know if his shot is falling, and he's 44% chance to hit value. I like that number.
Yeah, I've been liking Bojan Bogdanovic lately. I used to be scared to pick him as well, but for 5,600, he's pretty rock solid. So
yes, sir. Who we got next?
For the next pick, I'm gonna go with Jonas Valanciunas.
Joe Val.
Absolutely, the new Grizzly. And honestly, man, since this guy has joined the team, he's been rock solid. I mean, he's only at a $6,700 price tag.
Oh, man.
Last 5 games, he's at 40, 41, 30, 41, 45. So what more do I need to say? I mean,
all right, move on to the next pick.
Basically. Dash ranking of 73, which, I honestly think that's kind of undercutting him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the man, I mean, he gets the minutes, 32. Last one he had 32. I know before that, what did he have? 28 and 26. But I know they were kind of trying to, fix him into the lineups. But now he's getting some pretty consistent run. So for a $6,700 price tag, I'm feeling the big man, Jonas Valanciunas.
I like him up against Nurkic, too. I feel like he could easily bring out the best in Nurkic, but he can also exploit Nurkic a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a matchup where you don't know how it's going to end up, but you know that a lot of upside is there. I could see Joe Val easily putting up a 15 or a 25, but I also easily see him putting up a 55. And if we know Joe Val, he gives you a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's been consistent ever since he became a Bear.
A Grizzly.
Yeah, but help the Bear. That video honestly, keep coming to my mind.
Fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear. Help the bear. But honestly, ever since this man was a Toronto Raptor, I know he came off the bench. He only played like 15 minutes a game, but he had a very high fantasy point per minute rating. And yeah, he did piss us off a lot because we'd skip over him because he wasn't getting a lot of time. But this dude would be like, all right, you skipping over me? I'm about to bust your lineup up. So now now that he's a Grizzly getting the time, man, this man's gonna be a solid fixture, for future slate. So starting with tonight.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I didn't even notice his fantasy points per minute was that high. It's 1.4. That's almost 1.5 fantasy points a minute. That's crazy. So do that in 30 minutes, man. You good for 6,700. Basically what AD did tonight. Which shout out to Pelicans, man. Y'all messed up my checky play, man.
Jallo, man.
Check Jallo was finna get me a check, man. Come on.
Nobody knew AD was gonna go off in the little time he did.
Yeah, how y'all gonna rule out AD, then bring him back in, then just mess up the whole rotation. Like and then Jallo, these refs get him into foul trouble. I'm like,
yo.
God,
first of all, AD was
man.
not supposed to play the second half. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
They just broke it all the way up. The rotation was all the way messed up. And, I thought I was looking at the New York Knicks for a second.
Shout out to Alonzo Trio, man.
I spent
half of the first half of the season, praising this dude. Like, I praised this dude so much in his first couple of games, and he always just takes money out my pocket. Damn it.
Yo, him.
That's why
Kevin
I just
Knox,
hate him.
And the entire New York Knicks roster, including management and the coach. These people, they take money out your pocket because when you want them to do well, they don't do well.
Yeah, I know. I love how Knox basically matched what he gave me last game in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I expected that to happen too. I saw it coming from a mile away.
But let's stop talking about the trash Knicks and go ahead and move on to.
Actually, I'm getting kind of depressed right now.
Let's move on to another basketball team.
Hey man, let's go to Uncle Drew real quick.
Let's hit Uncle Drew in a great matchup against Golden State.
Hey.
Kyrie Irving is my guy.
Slow it
Kyrie
down.
Irving.
That's my pick.
Nah. I called Kyrie Irving before you even said it, man. Come on now, dog.
I'll slap you right here on this back.
I wish you would.
I will slap you.
I wish you would, boy.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what? I'll release your government name right now.
All right, let's go on.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Go ahead.
All right, so Kyrie Irving is the next pick. And 85 dash ranking. It's going to be a pretty paced up game tomorrow versus Golden State. And guess what? He's going back to Oracle now. If you remember, once upon a time, Kyrie Irving had hit a game-winning shot when he was a Cleveland Cavalier to win the championship in Oracle.
In fact, that should have been our thumbnail.
Yeah, I mean, we'll work it out.
It is what it is.
But what I'm predicting is when he steps back in Oracle, good memories will come back. And I look for Kyrie basically not to suck. I mean, they actually have him priced down right now. This guy was around 10K, around, most of the first half of the season. And then you look at his last five, he had 44, 40, 43, 22, 64, which...
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, which, for the most part, when Kyrie really started to put it together after he apologized to LeBron, he kind of dipped off a little bit, which these numbers still are not terrible, but... I look for him, as playoff time approaches, to kind of step it up, a few more notches. Do 50, 55, 60. I think you're going to start seeing that Kyrie Irving more.
And like you always love to say, people get up against Golden State.
People get out of bed for the champs, for the Golden State Warriors. So at $8,800 price tag, I'm going with Uncle Drew. He just might not actually play like somebody's Uncle Drew. He need to play like the Kyrie Irving we know and love.
I know, right? He better not play like Lil Rel. All right, y'all. So for the last two picks of the video, I'm going to go with Karl Anthony Towns and Taj Gibson. Now, let me talk about Taj Gibson first. Taj Gibson is a straight-up narrative play. You got to always have one of those. Ex-Thunder, played in OKC for a season. It wasn't really the most successful season, but it wasn't a bust season either. But I like Taj. He's at 30, 21, 19, 29. So he's kind of been picking it up lately. Like, Dario Saric is not going to take over my spot, basically. And, Taj has been averaging a fantasy point per minute. He has 73% chance of hitting 3 times value. He's going to smash that price tag, to be honest. As long as he gets about his regular 20 to 25 minutes, he'll smash that price tag. Going up against OKC. He's going to be motivated to play against them. He'll be back in the Chesapeake Arena. So I like Taj. And then my favorite stud on the slate. Well, yeah, he's about my favorite stud on the slate, Karl Anthony Towns, going up against OKC. Is it a home game? Yeah, it's actually a home game. So, yeah, they're actually in Minnesota, not at Chesapeake. And, one thing that's real about Karl Anthony Towns is his home-to-road splits. Mm-hmm. Like, he performs significantly better at home.
Yeah.
So look out for Cat to have a monster game against OKC tomorrow. I don't know if Paul George is playing yet. Do you know any news on Paul George?
I haven't really gotten any updates on Paul George, but that's something to keep a close watch on.
Keep a close eye on. But I like Towns regardless in that matchup, Let's see what his history was. A 33, a 34, 40, 40, 66.
Now, keep in mind, though, this is the old Towns. Like, ever since this car accident, notice, look at his last 5 here. Or 4, because this car accident happened around the 73 game.
Yeah. No, it was before the 7. It was that 0, basically.
It was the 0.
It was
and
2 zeros and
crazy
then
73. That was the night we almost hit the grand prize. And
basically, if we had him, we would have had $100K in my pocket right now.
Yeah, so
I would have probably been somewhere in the beach, say in a jacuzzi right now, staring into a volcano or something.
With no Gabby Union around.
Oh my God, I don't need Gabby Union at that point. I got Amara La Negra, man. She the baddest out here. Shout out to her. Go check out her music, man. And yeah.
So he had that. Anyway, he had that 73, the 72, the 70.
Oh yeah, we are doing the NBA video.
Yeah, man, you getting off on the song. Amara La Negra. I don't know.
Amara La Negra, man. Come on now, dog.
But like I was saying, Karl Anthony Towns, he's out of. I'm thinking he's playing.
She bad as hell.
Shut up. He's playing with a new appreciation for life, and honestly, man, every slate that Towns is on, he's gonna fix him into a lineup somewhere. That's all I gotta say.
Just do that. I mean, you got the guys like Vucevic and Horford. It's a buffet of centers again tomorrow. I like Vucevic. I like Horford. I X out Miles Turner, but just because I said X out Miles Turner, please pick him. Yeah. Please pick him somewhere.
Indiana does have a tendency to do that. Like we call them slate busting Indiana.
Yep.
When you don't pay them any attention, there's a few players, a handful of players that tend to go off, and they will always be lowly owned. Ownership is a big thing.
Towns is a 1.5 fantasy points per minute producer. He got a 49% chance of hitting value, which I think he's going to smash that number. Just look out for Towns to be his regular, like 42 DFS points at the half and finish with 70. Mm-hmm. But I'm not surprised if we get a ceiling game from Towns tomorrow, to be very honest with y'all.
Honestly, I could see that.
Yep, but that's our top 6 favorite picks for tomorrow. So, we appreciate all the views. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hitting that bell icon to get all our content as soon as it drops. Draft Dashboard, one of the best tools out here, Check out my guys, Gabe and Delijah Pettiford.
Skywalker.
Yes, sir. They got the new DFS breakdown, newest kids in the block. You got DFS Picks, DFS Bachelor. You got 5-pack. All some solid people out here in the DFS
Watch them
world.
all, guys. Just don't ever rely on just one person for research.
Yeah, because even though we do this, we still watch everybody else's video. We still get insight from each other, And we're just trying to build a community here, man. It's all love between every single one of us,
money-making family out here. So.
Exactly. We want to enjoy sports and make money while doing it. Because I know if you're playing DFS, it's either two things. You love making money or you love sports, or if you're like me, you love them both.
Absolutely.
So, AJ, go ahead and take us out.
Absolutely. So let's go into the new day with a new hope and a new vigor. And no New York Knicks on this slate. So, we have a lot of potential tomorrow.
Exactly.
So, as always, guys, we wish you a nice, hefty bag. And guess what, Easy? We out here. Whisper Squad.